Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. It's been a while since I've said that because it's been cool enough that the fan is not needed to go on. So right now the time is approximately 8:30 p.m. and the current date is Monday, December 11th, 2017. I wish to acknowledge my three newest YouTube channel subscribers, and they are Yuyin Tran, Matthew Turner, and Sebastian Skimelli, and of course a shout out to Gothica. And tonight, believe it or not, I am drinking tea. Yes, I am. You may remember this from my VR or video reply to hashtag tea tag by Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And one of my favorite teas, this is Traditional Medicinal's Throat Coat. I've known about this tea for years. It works. It's delicious. I enjoy it very much. It definitely coats the throat. I've added honey and lemon juice to my cup, and I'm probably going to have another cup of it this evening. So I wanted to like let all of you know some things that have been happening lately, because, well, to be perfectly honest, well, one of my favorite YouTube channel subscribers, and many of them are my favorites, are I'm sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. Is everything okay? I had to ask my awesome audio visual person if everything was okay, and from what I understand, everything is okay. Like I was saying, one of my favorite YouTube channel subscribers is Jennifer Ball, Spiritual Garage. And I have the honor and pleasure of having her as one of my Instagram followers. So recently she asked me where I'd been hiding. And I knew that I needed to make this video because I wanted to let people know what had been happening and all that other good stuff. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Pardon me. So back in August of 2012, I had what I refer to as a divinely orchestrated stroke. Now, before some of you were like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened, I'm so sorry. Please don't apologize. Please do not feel sorry for me, because I will tell you that prior to that divinely orchestrated stroke, I was vegetating. I had done two things that happened in my life that I never ever thought would ever happen to me. One of them was that I had given up on romantic love, and the other was that I had given up on sex. So this divinely orchestrated stroke was what was necessary to resurrect me, in the sense that I would go back to living life fully. And, oh, okay, gotcha. And that was one of those things. So it actually was a blessing in disguise. And it turned out to be a direct blessing in disguise and an indirect blessing in disguise. Because in August of 2013, I needed to go back to the hospital. Because unbeknownst to me at the time, I had what is called congestive heart failure, which basically means that my heart is not functioning properly, meaning that specifically my heart is not pumping out the amount of blood that is ideal for, well, in my case, somebody that looks human. So, and I've been told on more than one occasion by cardiologists and by internists that I have a very big heart, which of course didn't surprise me. So fast forward to April of 2014, I find out that there are certain things that have been recommended to me. Now, one of them was that I put myself on a transplant list. And I had a lot of issues with that. I don't have as many issues with that as I used to, but it is not my first choice. And I will tell you why. As far as I'm concerned, the goddess doesn't make mistakes. If the goddess wanted me to have somebody else's heart, she would have put somebody else's heart in here or over here. It's not like, oops, my bad, I made a mistake. No, that's not my relationship with deity. Not at all. They don't do that. That's not my experience of deity. That is not my understanding of deity. That is not my awareness of deity. I don't believe the goddess makes mistakes. I do not believe that the goddess inadvertently, incorrectly put somebody else's heart here. I just don't, that doesn't make sense to me, okay? Corey, don't do that. Corey, don't do that. Don't hiss at me. That's not a scratching pad. She does this on rare occasions, but she still remains one of the most well-behaved cats I've ever had in my life. Corey is the calico, by the way. My first rescued stray. So now, so fast forward to recently, I find out that I have pneumonia. And this was the first time in more than, I would say, between 10 and 20 years since I've had pneumonia. When I was in the hospital, I was offered a flu vaccination, which I declined, or a flu vaccine, which I declined, and I was offered a pneumonia vaccination, which I accepted. I am aware that people that work in the medical industry have a certain understanding, have a certain mentality about certain things, and I'm not criticizing that. I'm not disrespecting that. I'm not dishonoring that. If I've given you that impression, I apologize. But I will tell you, I have massive amounts of reverence for people in the nursing industry. They deserve every good thing. They deserve raises. They deserve an increase in paid vacation days. They deserve spa days that are offered by their hospitals. If I could, they deserve every good thing. If I could personally hire prostitutes for nurses, I would do it, because anything that I could do to make a nurse's life easier, I will happily do, because they do a lot, and it takes I truly believe that there are certain skill sets that must be inherent. Being a nurse is not something people can learn to do. I mean, yes, there are things that nurses learn and skills they acquire to become nurses, but there is a certain, I don't want to say mentality, but there is a certain energy, for lack of a better term or phrase, that a nurse must have. And every person that I've met who is a nurse, they have taken excellent care of me. So I have massive amounts of reverence for nurses. I can honestly say that as a profession, I love and adore nurses. If you are a registered nurse, if you work in the nursing industry, I love and adore you just because of what you do, if for no other reason. Because nurses have made my life a lot easier. They have given me a great deal of comfort. They have given the people that love and adore me, especially those that have visited me in hospitals, a great deal of comfort. And I am forever thankful to them for that. So, long story shorter, that was Durga, by the way. the Durga, the kitten, also known as Durga the tabby tigress, and Durga the kitten, Durga the tabby tigress, spider cat, and of course when she's misbehaving, Chica! Yeah, see what I mean? So yeah, she's my second rescued stray, and she loves and adores me, and I love and adore her. Anyway, so here's the thing so I was in the hospital, and I did something that I'd never done before, and that was sign myself out against medical advice. I had never done that before, but when my primary healthcare physician, who was an internist, wanted me to stay an extra day in the hospital, I was like, I can't do that. And I will tell you why. I'd been in the hospital from Monday, December 4th until Thursday, December 7th. As of Wednesday, December 6th, I could not sleep. The bed has a divot in it, and that divot becomes uncomfortable after a while, to the point, and if you know anybody who's Cuban or Puerto Rican or Dominican, they got something called ass. So this ass needed not one pillow, but two. Now, mind you, I've met people with bigger asses than mine, but I could not sit or lay in this bed comfortably with two, not one, but two pillows under my ass. Not only that, I was averaging 2 hours or less of sleep a night. I couldn't do it anymore. I just could not do it anymore. And I said to my doctor, I said, listen, I get where you're coming from, but I can't do this anymore. And I will tell you that since leaving the hospital the evening of Thursday, December 7th of last week, until to now, I have slept more hours than the entirety of my hospital stay, last week. And I will tell you, sleep is necessary for healing, for repairing our bodies and minds. We need to sleep. We're in a body, we need to sleep. And I felt like a fucking zombie. I felt like a fucking zombie. And having a history of insomnia, I know that there have been numerous occasions when I was exhausted, slept a few hours, and I could not go back to sleep for the life of me. I don't like taking extra pills. I don't like taking sleeping pills. So, pardon me. So, because of that, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to sleep. Being back home in my beautifully comfortable bed with my beautiful soft linens and my cats, I've slept. I have slept beautifully. I have slept more than once. I've taken naps, and I definitely feel a whole lot better. I'm not fully recovered from my pneumonia yet, but I'm getting close. And whether I like it or not, I have responsibilities with my side position of employment. And if I could have stayed home today, I would have absolutely stayed home today. I did not have that option. I gotta do what I gotta do. With that being said, I want to reassure you that I am feeling a whole lot better today than I was last week, than I was last month. I did not realize I had had pneumonia. I think I'd had pneumonia for almost a month, truth be told, and I was waiting for my new health insurance plan to kick in. I was waiting to receive the health insurance card, all this other stuff. But I can honestly say that I really feel a whole lot better physically. I feel a whole lot better mentally and emotionally. I feel more alert. I feel more awake. I feel more rested. I feel more at peace. I need to keep taking it easy the next few days and the next week or two. And there are certain things that I had to reschedule. There are certain things that I will not be able to do this month as much as I want to do them. Some of you know how much I love the events produced by Pod NYC, and they are having an amazing body meditation next week that I will not be able to attend, because if I do, it might jeopardize my healing. And it's a little frustrating because, I really enjoy the Pod NYC events. Most of you know I loved and thoroughly enjoyed Spirit of the Bear. And, there's other things that I would like to have done this month, but if I do them, it might delay my recovery, and it might push back my ongoing healing. And and some of you your spider senses are tingling like, well, does this have to do with something else? Let me put it to you this way. I want to keep this video under 20 minutes. If I were to answer that question, it would be more than 20 minutes. But a separate video about that is coming, just not right now. Having said that, I apologize that some of you are finding out now about this, but the fact of the matter is that when I was at my worst, I needed to rush in my energy. And when I was in the hospital, it was really a matter of, okay, I need to tell a certain number of people right now. And I could not imagine going through my entire cell phone list of contacts, contacting everybody to say, hey, this is the deal. Because that would have driven me up the wall, and it probably would have exhausted me to the point that I would have, just gone crazy and delayed my own healing. I do feel a lot better. I know that I need to take it easy the next few days. I know that my side position of employment has become a lot more demanding since last year. This is the full-time period of my side position of employment, so I know that I need to do what I need to do, but I also need to relax, because you want to know something? I was reminded earlier that no position of employment and no amount of money is worth jeopardizing my health and well-being. I love receiving paychecks in the mail. I love receiving checks in the mail. I love receiving money miracles and prosperity gifts, but I do not love jeopardizing my health and well-being, even over money, over anything, but least of all money, because that is not a prosperity mindset. And Mr. Prosperity is very good at knowing what a prosperity mindset is and what a prosperity mindset isn't. So there you have it. With that being said, there are certain things that I would have much preferred to have completed doing with regards to my YouTube channel before the conclusion of 2017, but given recent events, they will be concluded sometime between January and March of 2018. And that's okay. That's okay. And I know that it's okay. I may not always realize that it's okay. I may not always feel that it's okay, but into the marrow of my bones, I know it's okay. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Thank you as always for honoring who I am and what I do. Thank you as always for watching my videos, and for those of you who have subscribed, thank you for doing so. Please make sure that you click or tap the bell icon so that when a new video is uploaded, you are notified. That way you can keep track of my latest videos. I have conducted readings this month. As a matter of fact, I conducted a reading yesterday morning. It went very well, if I do say so myself. She is a regular client who is wonderful, and I'm meeting with another regular client this Friday, and for an in-person reading. Yesterday morning's reading was a phone reading, but the reading that I'm conducting this Friday is an in-person reading in New York City. And you know what? As long as I keep taking it easy, I should be fine, and that's all there is to that. I may or may not schedule any additional appointments for the rest of the year, or for the rest of the month, as the case may be. But I will say, if you really need to have a reading, contact me, and I'll ask the goddess if it is yay or nay. If it's yay, I'll schedule it this month and year, and if it's nay, we'll look at January 2018. How's that? Anyway, I wish you good night, I wish you many blessings, and I wish you many miracles, and many gifts of all beautiful and blessed kinds. Good night.